Hello, welcome to Farrell Swim Tech. My name is John Farrell. This is the online live stream where I use my 15 years of racing experience and now 13 years of private coaching experience to help you get faster in the water. Now, today I'm not going to be necessarily helping you get faster in the water, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you a pretty sweet product that I just picked up that I think will help you with your training so you can get faster in the water. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be reviewing two sets of headphones. I have two different headphones from H20 Audio. Full disclosure, no, they did not send these. I purchased these for my review. They offered me a nice discount on these headphones, but no way, shape, or form did they review, no scripts, no nothing. As anyone that watches my episodes, you know this is not scripted. So this is these are legitimately headphones that I have purchased, and these are my own thoughts of the headphones. So, so what are these? So we got two different styles of headphones. So our first, these are the Try2 Pro. So these are them right here. They're very similar to Aftershokz. I have an older model of Aftershokz. I don't know what model these are specifically, but anyway, they're basically waterproof Aftershokz. So Aftershokz Open Swim would be the most comparable model of Aftershokz. So they basically have the same concept of the bone conduction technology. So the way these fit is they go around the neck, up and over the ears, and then they pop right in front of your ears. So they're actually not blocking your ears. So these are not traditional headphones. These are called bone conduction because what they do is they stimulate the bones inside of your ear, and that is how you hear. That's about as much as I know. I'm not a hearing guy, even though I have tried to play a hearing doctor. There's a guy in my church congregation. His name is Don, and he's a great guy. I've known him literally my entire life. I've known him since I was a little kid. He used to be a member of the Four Preps way back in the 50s, and poor guy has literally lost his hearing, like 90% lost his hearing. And I've been desperately trying to help the guy with different ways of hearing our church meetings. And yeah, it's been fun. I am not an ophthalmologist. I don't know what the hearing guy, I think it's ophthalmology. Hey, if you're in chat and you know what the ear doctors are named, put it in the chat so I can learn something today. So anyway, bone conduction, hang out right here while you're swimming. Now, first question always is, do they stay on? Yes, they stay on pretty well. There's a couple times when I've done a flip turn and one of them might kind of pop off a little bit like that, and I just kind of pop the back, I just swim, pop the back, it just kind of shoves them right back on, and you go. I didn't have that much of a problem with wearing these while swimming. I wore these for a full hour and a half workout. So I was going varied paces between minute 30 and sub-minute per 100 paces. I was doing those for 25s, okay, before you think, oh, Farrell can just rip off hundreds, sub-minute hundreds. Not right now. I can hold 105s. I can hold 105 hundreds if we're doing like hundreds on the 120 or something like that. I can hold 105s. I can't go sub-minutes right now. But most any reasonable pace that you're going at, these will be just fine. Audio quality. Now, bone conduction headphones do have their drawbacks. Number one, bass. If you love bass, you're not necessarily going to love these headphones. Let's be brutally honest. And this is not a H20 audio issue. This is an audio issue in general with bone conducting headphones. So you need to set your expectations reasonably. Are you going to be able to listen to your music? Yes. Is it an audiophile experience? No. Is it an audiophile experience with any bone conduction headphones? No. Typically, I listen to a lot of EDM, trance, rave music. You know what? I'm old school, dang it. We call it rave music back in the 90s. So lots of Armin Van Buren, Tiesto. I'm just naming stuff most people know. I'm actually a big Artie fan. Artie's good. I like Artie. And Zhao and Zhao with Carrie. Yeah. Yeah. Time is one of the best trance songs you'll ever hear. Link, I'll put a comment with the I'll make a comment later today with one of my favorites. I'll also pop my Spotify workout playlist down below. But yeah. So even then the songs sound fine. You know, all the trance that I listen to, the audio quality is fine. Like I said, I'm not a huge audiophile guy. I don't need to spend hundreds of dollars on headphones in order to get the best audio experience. It's like, hey, look, if I have the opportunity, sure. But you know, if I'm working out, especially if I'm in a pool swimming and I'm listening to headphones, anything's gonna be fine. Now, so I've heard from people. Now, I haven't tested this myself, but I've heard that listening to audiobooks is a little rough because sometimes just the way it works, the headphones can lift off just a little bit. You're going to miss words here and there. But if you're listening to your favorite music, you're typically just listening for the beat. You can fill in the words in your head, you know, stuff like that. So the only areas of audio that I would say your mileage may vary in terms of enjoyment are going to be podcasts that you actually really want to listen to. You know, you want to listen, you want to actually hear every single word that's being said, or audiobooks. You know, you need to set your expectations reasonable when you're swimming through water listening to an audiobook. So then, most music, you should have no problems with it. What I actually found was going underwater, I could actually hear the music better. And that the main reason why is because your audio or your actual ears are a little more plugged. They come with, each of them come with a small set of earplugs. So they come with a small set of earplugs, and what that does is that it actually shuts off more sound going into your ears, so the bone conduction's all that you're hearing. I've actually tried, you know, I've done this with AfterShokz. I haven't tried out these little earplugs yet. These are actually more specific waterproof or water resistant earplugs. But I've tried AfterShokz with earplugs, and the audio difference is actually really cool. But then again, you got to put earplugs in your ears. Shokz Open Swim are terrific for music bone conduction. Okay, good to know. Yeah, I haven't tried the Open Swim yet. One second. But I would envision they would be really good because honestly, I really do like my AfterShokz. Okay, so running and cycling. So I took these running on a 5K 2 days ago on Monday, and they work just fine. They work great. Yeah, it's really, I mean, they're a good pair of headphones. I would say overall the audio quality is probably a little bit less than AfterShokz Run. So if you have AfterShock, and I know this is probably one reason why I don't get many product reviews. But if you already have AfterShokz Open Swim, you know, if you have another waterproof set, okay, maybe. There's one major difference between these headphones and others that you're going to want to stay tuned for. Now, the next thing is charging, because obviously charging is important. I should have unplugged these before I started. So they have a external magnetic charging cable, and you just there's the connection is right here on the inside. So you just pop the magnets on like so, and you're charging. So really easy to charge these guys. This is also the same way that you hook it into your computer. And you'll be able to browse the files, and so you can upload your MP3s to these headphones. Okay, so let's talk about one important aspect of both of these headphones: Bluetooth. Bluetooth does not work underwater. Okay, I can't tell you the shock and amazement I had of someone in the vaunted pathetic triathletes group saying, I'm gonna return my bone conduction Bluetooth headphones because the Bluetooth kept cutting out when I put my head in the water. Yes. Bluetooth doesn't work underwater. That's why I know specifically the previous version of Aftershok's Open Swim was MP3 only. There was no Bluetooth with the previous Aftershok's. So these ones do have Bluetooth, which is nice because you can wear these running or cycling or working out at the gym. But like I said previously, there is a very cool feature on these ones that is exclusive to the Pro version. The standard version does not have this feature on it. So this is a good play for why you should get the Pro version if you're gonna buy these headphones. Oh right, I gotta say a little history with this company actually. So this company's been around for about 20 years, and my younger brother actually bought a product from these guys way back when we were both swimming at BYU. So right after I graduated, the year after, my brother still had 2 more years on the team. And him and all of his distance buddies bought these iPod Shuffle cases, waterproof cases that clipped onto your goggles, and they had little headphones that the headphone cables are about this long, and they'd pop right into your ears. They were actually H20 audio cases. So I've known about this company for a long time, and my younger brother raved about the ability to listen to music while swimming. So they've been making really good quality waterproof headphones for a very long time. So anyway, I had to throw that in. I texted him about it before when I knew I was going to do this review. I was like, yeah, I'm now affiliated with H2O Audio. And he goes, oh, that's cool. Yeah, I remember those. Those are nice. They were cool. So anyway, he had nothing but positives to say about them. I know him and my younger sister. So all three of my siblings and I all swam for BYU. Yes, we were all civil engineering graduates, and we all swam for BYU. Yes, my parents completely brainwashed us as children, and there was no escape. Actually, my brother doesn't do engineering. My brother is one of the owners of Counter Frozen Foods. So they're nationwide: Sam's Club, Targets, and Walmart. So if you see Counter, like a countertop, COUNTER, really good, keto friendly, macro counting. There's so many of those nutrition things, I can't keep them all straight. Macro counting. If you're into macro counting, check out Counter. It's my brother's company. Check them out. Sam's Club. I know Sam's Club, Target, and Walmart. Their chicken sausages are muy delicious. Anyway, so back to the headphones. So, okay, so that's the Open Tri 2. So I got the box right here. So the Tri 2 Pro. So in the box, it comes with a pretty cool carrying case. So headphones just plop right in here. I mean, this is a nice touch, not gonna lie. It's a good zipper case, so you can chuck these in your bag. I usually just wear them around my neck. So there's a little storage for the if you want to throw your earplugs in there or whatever. I mean, no way they're just gonna stay right there. Let's be honest. But yeah, I mean, it's a decent sized storage case. So if you want to take this, throw a couple gels in here, a couple small items, go for it. I mean, shoot, if you want to throw your car keys in here, would not be a bad place to chuck them. But yeah, so that's mostly it about the oh, and it also comes with a good instruction manual inside as well. That's about what you get in the box, plus a charging cable. There's also one other thing here. I'm guessing this is more of a security item. So just in case they get ripped off, this is a leash. So you'd put them here, and then I'm guessing you can attach them to your goggles. So you attach this other end to your goggles. So just in case they get ripped off, you got an extra little security leash, kind of like a leash on your snowboard boot, or I don't know, snowboard boot. I don't know if skis do. Skis have? I don't think skis have leashes on them. I know snowboards do. Mine does. So just hook that onto your goggles. So just in case they rip off, they don't sink to the bottom of the pool. I don't really care. I'll just dive down and grab them. Yeah. Okay, so that is the Tri 2 Pro. Now, I'm gonna talk about the other model, the Sonar Pro, first, and then we'll dive into the Playlist Plus feature, which is the real difference between H2O audio and Aftershocks. So now these are the Sonar Pro models. So you can kind of tell these look really funky. So they're so it's kind of like two halves of headphones that are connected by a cord. So the idea is these actually clip on to your goggle strap. Whoop, excuse me. Sorry about that. So these have a little groove right here, and they actually clip on to your goggle strap. So I'm going to pop them on my Form goggles real quick. But essentially, the way these ones work, it's the same idea. They're bone-conducting headphones as well. So they're going to hang out right here on your face, just right in front of your ears. So see my delicious morning hair. So you're going to put your goggles on. And then what you're going to do, so you could either put them on before or after. I kind of find that putting them on with them on is not too big of a problem. I actually put these on in the water on Tuesday. There you go. No, actually, no. I used the Tri 2s on Friday, and then I used these ones on Monday. So you're just gonna slip them over. From the top to the bottom is the easiest way to put them on. Snap them in. By the way, I was worried if these were going to work with bungee straps, but they work just fine with bungee straps. Basically, if you wear these with Form goggles, you are assimilated about another 20% into the Borg. Those of you that are Star Trek Next Generation fans, you will understand that reference. Everyone else, just know I'm a nerd. So this is how they look. So they kind of hang out right in front of your ear. There's buttons. Oh, I forgot to talk about the buttons. So for the Tri 2, you got 3 buttons down here. So there's a center one, which is your power button and your mode switching button. And then the front and the back, there's a bunch of different button combinations you can press to do different things. Check. Please review the manual. Buy the headphones, and then actually look through the manual, because the problem is that when you have very limited buttons and you want them to do a lot of different things, there's a lot of different button combinations to do, like double presses, single presses. review the manual. Save yourself a lot of annoyance and frustration. Just review the manual real quick. So, so the way these are, it's the same concept as the wraparound style. Major differences, obviously, these are clipped to your goggles. These are not going to be used while running or cycling, unless you wear swim goggles while running and cycling. And shoot, even I don't do that, man. That's like super weird. So these stay on really, really well. I did a full hour plus with these on Monday. All 4 strokes, no issues with them, no issues with streamline. I will say though, the only issue that I did have personally was that these did cause my goggles to leak very frequently. I swam a 2,000 straight last night. I had to empty out my left goggle about 2 to 3 times. And mostly it's probably because I'm not wearing these optimally. I still need to play around with them to figure out what is the best way to wear them. It may also be not saying it's a compatibility issue, but it could be just the way the Form goggles are configured. It's pulling these out, because essentially the sonar, it pulls the goggles away from your head. So with that, you're going to be pulling outwards on the outside parts. And this is where it's leaking, right here in the goggles. I know that for a fact. So it's probably just I don't have these configured correctly while wearing the sonar. I'm just saying that's a first impression. I had leaking issues with these. And obviously 0 leaking issues with these. Here, let me take these off real quick. I'm going to take my goggles off in a second, but let me kind of show you how the Tri-2s look while wearing goggles. I showed them in the picture, but basically you'll just wear your goggles and then these will go, these will just kind of sit right underneath your ear. So, you know what, let me grab a swim cap real quick. I'll kind of show you how to wear these with swim caps. Shout out to Mesa Sprint. So we're gonna pop a swim cap on real quick. Yes, swim caps can go on that fast, ladies and gentlemen. So with these, you can wear them inside the cap, outside the cap, or you can wear these inside the cap. Just the only thing is, obviously, it's gonna affect how it's on your face. I would prefer to wear it more like this. So then you're not pushing on the back here, and then that would cause things to flip out. So probably you'll have to mess around with it to figure out how you like to wear the swim cap. But yeah, so that's how it would be with the Tri-2s. Obviously, with the sonar, they're just going to sit. They're going to be more encapsulated within the cap. Yeah. And by the way, yes, this is the best way to wear your swim cap over the goggles. Ladies, if you want to do it this way, you'll wear one cap. You're going to basically be double capping it. So you're going to wear a single cap, wear the goggles, and then put your race cap over that. It is by far the best way to wear your cap. All right, take all the goggles off. But yeah. So the thing with sonar is that I found, and like I said, I just swam a straight 2,000. I found overall audio quality with the sonar was better than the Tri-2 Pro. And that's mainly because the physical contact between the units and my ears, and the right place for it, It was just more constant. It was more constant because the goggle straps were keeping them plastered on the sides of my face. Yeah, I mean, overall, I believe audio quality, I think the sonars are better than the Tri 2 underwater. I mean, unfortunately, this is a real qualitative thing. But if you're kind of like, okay, I'm deciding I can only really get one set. And I'll be brutally honest, the reason why I bought both sets was because of the generous offer. They offered me 40% off in order to be able to do the review on these. So if I were to choose one, I would have probably just chosen the Tri 2 Pro, knowing what I know now. However, if you already have a set of bone conductings for running and you just want something for swimming, probably the sonars would be better. And if it's just like, look, I am only using these for swimming, the Sonar Pro. Now, if you don't have a set of bone conductors and you're like, well, I want something I can also use for swimming, the Tri 2 Pros are really, really good. Okay, so now we're going to talk about, oh, and by the way, there's, let me show you the charging cable for these ones as well. Sorry, I have them plugged in. When I set up, I actually specially set up this garage area for all my live streaming stuff. So I have a bunch of outlets. So the way you charge these, same thing. There's the little charging port. Just slap it right on there. It's a magnetic connection, so really easy to charge and or take stuff off of the computer. So I'm going to show you the file structure on these real quick. So let me get these plugged in. There you go. All right, lights on. That means that they are connected. So we're gonna give it a sec for this to show up. Oh, you know what? Probably should turn the headphones on first, because then. Let's see here. Yes. All right, here we go. So so this is what it looks like when you actually connect them to your computer. Because you with the H20 Audio Pros, you have two different ways of loading music onto your headphones. So for those of you that are a little old school like me, you are able to Oh, it actually has an audio user's guide. Okay. So anyway, I just realized that. So what you're going to have is you're going to have this load file. So these are where you're going to store your MP3s. So for me, I actually have a full storage of all of my MP3s. You know what? I probably don't want to show you the file structure. Let's see here. Should be under family items, family music. Okay. So here's all of my stuff, which Ace of Base is the best. I Saw the Sign is a classic Ace of Base song. So all you got to do is grab it from here, and there you go. It is loading onto your headphones. This is how it is, and there you go. There's your Ace of Base. I Saw the Sign. So so you'll be able to you have the ability to load whatever song you want. These both have 8 GB capacities. So obviously it's not a full 8 GB. Those of you that understand storage. Let's see here. So this PC. So here's the H20 Sonar Pros. 8 gigabytes of storage actually translates to about 7.5 gigabytes of storage. So first things first, if you plug this in, you go, oh, I was supposed to get 8. Okay. You don't have 8, okay? It's never 8. It is never the full number that they claim it is. It's something to do with stuff. Um, I knew the whole explanation at one point. Oh, oh yeah, I gotta offload a bunch of live streams onto my my storage. That's why my local C drive is so impacted. Um, but yeah, so you'll just go in here, go into your load folder, chuck your MP3s on there. That's how it works. Now, the H20 Audio Pros actually have a different way to they have a different way to connect. So this is basically my emulated folder. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna turn on the H20 Pros for this example. Okay, power on. Welcome to H20 Audio. Battery levels high. Bluetooth mode. Okay, so okay, hold on. It's playing the music now. No, no, don't do that. Oh, that's right. When it's in Bluetooth mode, hold on. There's my phone. There you go. So okay, so we're gonna hit research. There you go. So now here, H20 Try 2 Pro. So now it's connected. So you can see your connected status. You can double check your firmware, check your device information. Maybe it kind of lags a little bit at times. So so you can kind of figure out what your device is. Okay, so then next is your Audio Pro. Okay, so this is your main interface that you're going to use to. So the big difference is they claim you can upload any type of music you want into your headphones. Okay, so as you can see here on the Sonar Pro, you have favorites and you have load. So this is my music and loaded music. So in order to mess around with this, you have to actually turn it into memory mode. So then what you're going to do is you're going to click the center button twice. So if you click the center button twice, it switches between memory mode and Bluetooth mode. Okay. So within memory mode, you are able to access any music that you've actually previously loaded on the headphones. Now, like I said before, you can load whatever audio you want to your headphones, okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to change it back into Bluetooth mode. Okay, so you see we're in Bluetooth mode. So now we're connected. So what you can do with these is, yeah, so you see right here, so you can, okay, yeah. So we'll bring it on. So I have my Spotify up and running. We're gonna bring up the Claire Obscure Expedition 33, which I am absolutely Claire Expedition 33. This is gonna be one of the best JRPGs this year, hands down. No game is going to be close. I am so excited for it. So what you're going to see is there's something I need to figure this out. There's a little bit of issues with this recording feature that I've been having. I need to have a discussion with the H20 Audio to see if I can streamline this. I've had small connection issues with hold on. Let me see. Let me think here. Yeah. Yeah. the weird thing is the headphones. When I've been trying to load music onto the headphones, I've had these weird issues with it where it would just power off for no reason. No problems when I'm actually out and doing stuff, but when I've been trying to load, I've only had this issue when I've been trying to load music. For some odd reason, it would turn the headphones off. I don't know what's causing it. So this is something I need to figure out on my own. So all right, so let's see here. Let's reconnect this. What? Okay, it just powered off for no reason. Okay. All right, so let's get to the load screen real quick. Okay. So now now what you do here is you can actually set a limit to how much you want to load onto your headphones. So what we're gonna do, what you would do is, so right now I have Armin van Buuren. This is Cascarda by Examines. Examines also really good trance artist. So then you can decide how much music you want to load on. So you can hit confirm. You can load up to 4 hours at a time. So what you're going to do is you're going to hit play on the playlist. And then you can hit start loading. So then what it's going to do is this sets up a countdown timer. And then it's playing, broadcasting, and it's actually recording the audio on your headphones, okay? So, a couple things that I've noticed. So, we're going to hit stop. So, also, you can double-click the front button. The Android device went to sleep. Oh, okay, yeah. So I put the audio asleep. So so that's about it for recording. Yeah, it just powered off again for some dumb reason. I need to figure this out. So I'm gonna have a good discussion. I'll post a follow up. I'll record a follow up video when I figure out what that issue is. But it seems to only happen with the Tri-2s. Doesn't really happen with the Sonars. So I need to figure it out. Maybe this set's a little bugged. I don't know. But okay. So here's the final thing about the recording. So you need to have it continuously record for the amount of time that you want to do it. I initially thought this did not meet my initial expectation of what it was supposed to be. I thought this was going to be like Garmin. So I have the Forerunner 745, and you can load music onto this with your Spotify. And basically what you do is you can, through Spotify Premium, you can actually download the playlist of your songs onto your watch. Then you can connect your Bluetooth to your watch, and then you're off to the races. I actually thought this was going to be a tech similar to this, to where you'd be able to take your playlist and dump the playlist itself onto the device. This method of recording, it's a little more, I guess, time intensive on the forefront, to where you need to actually spend time before getting it recorded. The nice thing about this, though, is that it doesn't require any premium subscriptions. You don't have to have YouTube Premium, an Apple, whatever. I know enough about Apple products. My wife is an Apple diehard. I'm a Windows and Android guy. But you don't need any expensive subscriptions. You don't need any extra stuff. You pay for the headphones. There are no subscriptions for the headphones. It's you get it, you use it. The only drawback is, like I said, I've been having some auto shut off issues with the Try2 Pros. But beyond that, it actually works exactly as you would want. So now you can grab music from, if you got a guy that you really like listening to from YouTube or Spotify or, shoot, even if you wanted to, you could have a Netflix show playing on your headphones and you can just record the audio from the Netflix show if you really wanted to. So the amount of options that you have in order of recording onto your headphones, it's actually huge. You have a lot of options of different audio sources that you can do. That being said, a couple items I found made my experience a lot easier. Number one, record the audio from a second phone. So this is my old phone. This is my new phone. So if you have an older phone that you're not necessarily using, and you want to use that to record, connect the Bluetooth to that phone, and then record all the stuff from that phone. What I found was it took me a while to really nail down how to get the audio swapped properly while I was in the pool. So it kept switching to Bluetooth, and then it would try to record the audio with Bluetooth. It was just kind of a mess. Also, it was mostly my fault. I jumped in when they were doing a set of descending 50s on a very fast time frame. So I was trying to kind of get everything going, and it wasn't until we did a nice long kicking set that I was able to mess with the buttons and get it, fully set up properly. So take some time. Definitely, these are not, take them out of the box, chuck them on your ears, hop in the water, and go. There is a setup time that you're going to need with these headphones. So factor that in when you purchase these. I would say give it a day or two of messing around with, and mostly just do it on dry land. Mess around with the buttons. Get real comfortable using the 3 buttons on the Pros. There's a volume up, volume down, and then a pause, and then a mode button on the Sonars. So in terms of ease of use while in the water, I think the Sonars are way better for that, just because it has that extra button. This is something that Sega users learned when they went to Super Nintendo. They're like, wow, I have more buttons on my controller. I'm a gamer, okay? I'm a little no, I'm not sensitive about it. I don't care. But here's one other thing too. So let's say you're looking at the prices, and the difference between the standard headphones and the Pro headphones is actually kind of significant. So if you understand how to, and I'm not going to show you specifically how to do this, but this is just the theory. But I actually know how to do it. I just don't want to do it on my review of them. If you understand on your PC how to record audio from your PC, like using an audio capture program, you don't necessarily need the Pros. Realistically, the difference between the Pro and the non-Pro, I think it's a little bit more battery life, but the main difference is the Playlist Plus feature, which is what I showed you just over there. That is the only real difference between the two models. So if you're looking to save some money and you have a little bit of technical experience, you can actually do the same thing that Playlist Plus does. You just have to do it on your PC, or, if you know how to do it on your phone. I don't know how to do it on your phone. I know there's a way to do it. But you'd have to capture the audio sound, and then you just plug it into your computer, plug the headphones into your computer, then you'll upload them to the headphones. So if you're looking at either version, check, weigh that as if you're a tech guy, you can very easily do this. It is not very hard to do, but if you're not a tech person and you're just like, I just want the headphones to do the thing, get the Pro model. You're not going to be disappointed. Just if you're a frugal guy, if you don't have a lot of money and you still want to have some good tunes, get the lower version. So let me pull up their website real quick. There's a link in the description also, just so you know. There is they have a coupon code for me. It is Feral Swim Tech for your for 20% off. So and also the link in the description is my personalized link. Hold on. Oh yeah, nope, wrong button. Nope, that one. So here is let's see here. We're gonna shrink that down a little bit. Okay, so here's their website. Oh darn it! Don't do that to me. So if we go down here, so here's the products. So here's the standard version. So here's the Try 2 series. So the standard ones are about 150. The pros are 200. So you get 20% off with the code Feral Swim Tech. Yeah, so like I said, the main difference is the Playlist Plus feature. So if you feel like the Playlist Plus feature is worth the extra money, knock yourself out. I'm not going to stop you. But just saying, if you do have some technical know-how, you can get away with not having the Playlist Plus feature. So then we'll show you the sonars. So here's Sonar Pro and Sonar, absolutely same thing. As far as I understand, the main difference is the Playlist Plus feature for the Pro. So if we're looking at prices here, these are significantly cheaper than the other ones. So the Sonar Pro is $150, and then the standard Sonar is $100. Same thing applies, 20% off. Here's a picture of a more standard pair of goggles, how they look with the Sonar Plus. Recommended have the Sonar Plus or the Sonar cable above the goggle straps. Don't try and put them below the goggle straps or inside the goggle straps. It's just going to get really, really, really uncomfortable. But yeah, it's, they're a pretty good set of headphones. They sound good. I like them. They have a bundle that you can buy. I don't recommend these goggles. I'm a goggle snob. I'm very, very picky about my goggles. Number one, even though I wear the Roka R1s for racing, I really, really do not like integrated nose bridges. But anyway, that's just my own finicky personal touch. But yeah, so it's overall really good. Customer service was fantastic. Was chatting, and I need to talk to them about the Pro versions. But yeah, their liaison gal was very, very nice. She used to work with Wadi Inc. So those of you that know that brand, she told me that she used to work with them. So just so you know, they do have a new version out, the Ripped. So these are more their noise isolation. Now, these are not waterproof headphones. So they just came out with these, the Ripped Lite. So these are more for like gym sessions, bike sessions, stuff like that. Active noise canceling. So these ones are $100. And then their Ultras, which are premium, these are $250. So these are going to be their best quality headphones that they have. Their big thing is the audio cups actually detach, are easily detachable and machine washable, which is one of the reasons why I have never worn. Here's actually my set of headphones I wear when I game. Yes, I literally have a tiny sombrero velcroed to my gaming headset. So for those of you that are interested about the Frito Bandito Taqueria, this is what I look like when I live stream. This is what I look like during my nights. I wear a tiny sombrero on my headphones, and it's awesome. I actually got that on my honeymoon. We went down on a Mexican cruise, a Riviera cruise on my honeymoon. And yes, speaking Spanish down in Mexico as a complete white guy is hilarious. They love it. It is so much fun. Same thing, same discount applies if you want a really good set of headphones to wear while you are working out. And you want to look cool like those dorks that wear Beats headphones in the gym. That I never understood that. It was like, okay, number one, Beats headphones are absolutely mediocre. They're not that great. When you dive into the tech that they use, it's very mediocre tech. But they just have a really good marketing campaign. I did a lot of oh, by the way, if you're wondering what gaming headphones I use, SteelSeries. They do have one of the best microphones on the market. For those of you that do voice chats and also Zoom meetings. I have a SteelSeries Arctic 7 that I use at work. Oh, they're fantastic. I love them. These are the Arctis 5, slightly older model, and it's wired. But it works just fine for what I do here in the garage. For my own gaming sessions. But yeah, so the Ripped Ultras also 20% off. So if you want to grab yourself a new set of headphones, check them out. Link in the description below. So so that's H20 Audio. They've been wonderful to work with so far. I'd love to in full disclosure, the offer code, the 20% off, you get 20% off, and I do get a cut of the sales. Yes, it is an affiliate link. They are not necessarily affiliated with Team Zoot. They're not an official partner. However, Mark, if you're listening, they're willing to talk. So let me know. I'll get you the contact information of the gal at H20 Audio. They're based out of San Diego as well. So, it's just a quick hop, skip, and a jump over. So, might be a possible new partner to bring on. There's some professional triathletes. I know Lionel Sanders is one of their sponsored athletes. I hope one day I'll be popular enough to where I can be a full-fledged sponsored athlete by them. Right now it's just an affiliate thing, so I have a little coupon code. So FarrellSwimTech, just like you see down here, FarrellSwimTech@gmail.com. Any questions about swimming and or product reviews? If you want to send me a product, companies, you want to send me a product to review, just FarrellSwimTech@gmail.com. Check me out on Instagram, YouTube, or Rumble. So all past broadcasts are stored there. So once again, thank you very much, H20 Audio, for the nice discount code so I could afford these myself. The Farrell Slim Tech is a zero budget productions. We have a very, very strict budget that is monitored by my lovely wife. So I have to be very careful with purchases that I make. So I can't just buy whatever I want so I can do product reviews. So it's very kind that H20 Audio is able to supply a nice discount code for me to review their headphones. So just kind of my parting thoughts. They're good headphones. I really enjoy them. I need to mess around with the sonars a little bit more. Need to figure out my auto shut-off issues with the Tri-2s. But I'm very confident either A, they'll send me a replacement set, no issues, or B, I can easily figure this out. I just don't know what I'm doing. Which, hey, you know what? When you're a tech guy, sometimes you need to know your limits. You need to know, okay, I know what I'm doing here, or, okay, I need some more information. And I know how to get the information, so I'll be good. So, all right, Team Zoo, thank you very much for tuning in. Very appreciative of all y'alls that tune in. Make sure leave a like on this video if you're watching on Facebook. Like I keep saying, I have no idea if the guys over at the headquarters in Carlsbad, if they actually monitor this kind of stuff. I know Mark's videos get a lot more views than mine, which, hey, I understand Mark's way cooler than I am. You know, I've met the guy in person, 100%. He is who he is on the camera. Anyone that's met him, they'll tell you that. You know, it's really cool to meet, you know, to meet these guys in person. And yeah, Mark, definitely super cool. Sean, super cool as well off camera. So yeah, that's gonna be it for me. Thank you all so much for tuning in. Next week we'll be back to the swim technique items. It is going to be rotation. So we're gonna be talking about rotation next week. Back into the wow, that was sorry. That was a surprise yawn. So we'll be back into the actual stroke technique next week. So we'll be discussing body rotation. What does this help with? How does this make you a faster swimmer? So once again, I'll catch you next week. Leave a like. Check out H20 audio. Link in the description below. Also, my link tree is in the description below. So if you want to learn more about what I do, if you want to check out my nighttime gaming live streams, or on most mornings, I'm actually on the bike on the live stream. So like and follow my other live stream, the Feral one on YouTube, the Taqueria Gaming on Rumble, and the Feral one on Twitch. So, yep. So I'm out of here. Have a great rest of your day. And as always, my friends, good night, Isaiah Norris. Whoever you are, I'm out of here. Goodbye, everyone. Goodbye.